So the engine started, the avionics is spooled up. We're going to go ahead and initialize the FMS and put in a flight plan using the Rockwell Collins recommended VIPP technique. So the first part of V is to verify. So we're going to verify our active database, which is good, the date and time, which is also correct, as well as the FMS program information. So that is the MilViz version of the current 1.0.1 version. Next thing we might want to take a look at is the GNSS control. So GNSS 1 is enabled, as well as WAS, EGNOS, and MSAS are all enabled. FMS control, not much to look at here with a single unit, so okay, we're in magnetic. Finally, you can also take a look at your VOR and DME usage, whether you want to use VMR DME as well. Once we take a look at that, back to the status page and on to the next step, which is I for initialize. Of course, we're currently at Eglin Air Force Base, KVPS, so we'll go ahead and put that up here. Now I have a number of choices as far as loading it. I can take the FMS's last position, I can take the airport I just put in here position and load it in there, or I can take the GNSS 1 position. Normally we want to take the GNSS 1 position, so we'll go ahead and accept that. Now if the FMS position and the current position that you just sent is significantly off, then you'll get a yellow error message down here, in which case just copy this back to the scratch pad and back in, and that will clear it out. So that takes care of the initialize step. Next is plan. Now had I selected the airport method, then it would have filled in the origin for me. Since I selected the GPS method, it didn't do that. So some of you may be asking, well, why would you use the GNS as opposed to the airport method? The reason why is, imagine you're at a large airport like Atlanta International and I'm starting up on the southmost pad. Well, I could be a couple miles from the airport reference point, and it's going to take the FMS quite a bit to resolve that position back down to a 1 nautical mile active navigation performance. If I took off and I was more than a nautical mile, then I could exceed the required navigation performance for my takeoff. So because of that, Rockwell Collins recommends that we just accept the GNSS position. So we'll go ahead and type in KVPS again for our departure, and then we're going to head over to Tallahassee, KTLH for Tallahassee. Alright, on takeoff, the first point, we're going to be flying to direct 2, and that's Dafun. Delta Echo Fox Uniform November, and it'll be a direct 2 to Dafun. Next one, we're going to pick up the Victor 198, the V198, and we're going to put that in the VIA, and then we're going to go straight to Seminole, SCW. So that'll load the entire route for me. Okay, so there is the flight plan. The other thing I might want to put in is we expect to take off runway 19, so I'll go ahead and put that in there as well and execute my flight plan. So as you can see right now, there is my flight plan, and I can go to my legs page and check to make sure that my heading and distances look correct as I review them on my charts. Last part of the P, so that was the first P plan. Last one is perform. So we'll head over here to the performance initialization. The basic operating weight should be correct for the airplane. The passenger, we're carrying 8 passengers today, so I'll put in an 8 there. We're carrying 300 pounds worth of baggage and cargo, so we'll type in 300 for the cargo. Fuel should be pretty close. We haven't been running the engines too long now. We've only used about maybe 20 pounds of fuel, so we'll go ahead and put in 3380 in there. And finally, we're going to fly this route at 15,000 feet. Now I can type in 15,000, I can type in F15,000 or FL15,000. I like to save myself keystrokes, so I go F15,000 and execute that. Okay, that is a basic flight plan loaded into my FMS. The other thing I might want to do before takeoff is to go ahead and set my VORs to auto tuning. So that way the FMS will take care of tuning my VORs for me.